YouTube, Flip, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and all the great platforms around the world, including podcasts all around the world. This your boy, aka JB, aka Mr. Arkansas, aka Boosa Mania. I tell you, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, because it's crazy right here. This happened 8 days ago, last Sunday, 2 a.m. at a Waffle House down in Cobb County, Georgia. Yeah, in the country, deep in the country, Cobb County, Georgia. Two white boys feel like they won the Royal Rumble down there, all because people asked them was they buying food, and they won't say nothing. So people told them they had to leave. So when they told them that, they wants to fight. They want to jump on tables, stomping for food, flipping stuff, throwing plates, kicking plates off the table. One of the white boys want to jump on another. One of the workers down there called Danny was getting choked. He was getting choked in a full Nelson. They were jumping on one person named Danny. Danny. I don't know why they were jumping on. They were jumping on him for because the other persons that it was in the workers in there, they were scared of running. So both boys jumped on Danny. One skinny, what they call small white country boys, was jumping up on the table, kicking people's plates off the table, stomping on food, and doing all type of ignorant, dumb stuff to try to prove themselves they was tough. Wow. Because they knew these people weren't gonna fight back. That's the crazy part. This part ain't funny, but the part they jumping on Danny was. They shouldn't jump on Danny. Danny didn't do nothing to nobody. Danny was in there just doing his job. And because they knew these people weren't gonna fight back to him, they decided to go in there and destroy the place in a Waffle House where people eat their food and try to enjoy themselves. This happened last Sunday morning at 2 a.m. while the Waffle House was still open. All day Waffle House. Now, a lot of stuff don't make sense, and didn't mean to laugh about that situation, but it was kind of stupid and funny at the time. But it's true. Everybody always talking about black folks doing fighting and arguing and shooting and causing problems at certain time, but this time there wasn't no black folks. This time it was a bunch of ignorant, dumb, supposedly be tough, small country boys was doing this. They was jumping up on tables, like I said, like they own the place, throwing plates, kicking plates. And they had people in there. They was white. They was scared too, though. Running to bathrooms, running out the doors, running behind the counters because they got two dumb hillbilly hicks who from Georgia was sitting up there doing stupid stuff and people trying to enjoy their food to eat. Now, like people said, if there was somebody different running something like that and somebody caused a problem, well, somebody been stumbling on my food and throwing my plates and kicking my plates, they would have got their tail whooped. Because, first of all, you don't disrespect nobody while they're eating. You don't come there think you tough, gonna whoop people. And some people, matter of fact, you won't even made it through the door. Because if a person tell you leave and somewhere else, you're not gonna sit there trying to fight them folks. If you do, you know you got something coming. But see, them two boys right there, they couldn't be no more than I say maybe 19, maybe 20. Now they would have took their butt somewhere else and somewhere in Georgia where somebody be eating and sitting down and they kicking plates. Oh, they would have got their face kicked in. Then the police would have been coming and arresting the people who own the place because they gonna say they got too violent with them. With you, how you gonna get say that when these fools in here tearing up the place and trying to destroy somebody else's stuff? Don't make sense, do it? But since people so always since black folks are the only one do the fighting, destroying, and but the killing part, nobody really want to talk about it. See, that's why people always talking about racism and racist and all that old mess. But the guy he jumped on, the two dudes that jumped on Danny, he wasn't even white. So what you trying? What that said to you? That they don't like nobody but they damn color, and he wasn't black at all. He wasn't white neither. So what that tell you? They racist, just like everybody say black folks racist, but they racist too. And I wish Danny had some kind of sense instead of letting them jump and allow them to come towards him. He should have laid one of their butts out, and maybe the other ones would have ran out of there. And the one still in there would have kept getting his butt whipped till the police showed up. But what they did what they did and ran out of there. But what they said that somebody ran their license plate, so whoever car it was, they took off and they still looking for it. They probably got caught now because this 8 days, almost 8 days later. It's just the fact is, don't just assume black folks are the only one destroy stuff. Black folks are the one starting stuff. Black folks, you don't just assume black folks are the only one going there causing problems because you see some black folks, yeah. You see it. I see it. I see young black men, black women will go in there, destroy stuff, don't care, go fight, go shoot, be dead, go to penitentiary, go to jail. Yeah, you see it. And they don't care. But just like they don't care, what they call these boys, small country white, well, no, let me rephrase that. Small white country boys in County, Cobb County, Georgia, they're the same way they should be labeling when they always call them black folks that. And that's the problem I really have. Because black folks ain't the only one started fights and causing problems, shootings and all that stuff. It's people like them too. What they call small white country boys who figure they can probably just go do the hell they want because they live in so a place that is quiet and they can just go in there and destroy stuff and people don't say nothing about it. Well, like I said, if Danny and whoever was working in that place decided to want to whoop somebody's butt and they could have did it, they shouldn't been going to jail. Because now you coming in there and mess with them and you not even buying no food. They ain't want you standing around there messing up their business if you're not buying nothing. just sitting there and they tell you leave now you want apple food, you want to tear the place up at a Waffle House where people go in there and eat and sit down trying to enjoy themselves. That ain't right. Well, it would have been right if they decided to whip somebody's tail in there and until the police got there, because I would have did it. But what you got to sit there and wonder, what if there was a black place right out there in Cobb County, Georgia, and it would have been a Waffle House there. Do you think they would have did it going on black folks? The answer is no. Because I'm going to tell you why. If a black person tell you get out, you better get out that door. What people say, you got to get down or you lay down, because you lay down, you going to stay down. And you best believe if they was black, they would have been whipping their tail and somebody would have been got laid down. And mama would have been crying for them. All they stomping it, jumping on tables, stomping, kicking folks' plates, stomping on folks' food and throwing it. They wouldn't have been doing that. It would have been their bodies been throwing. That would have been the difference. So being in a black business and white folk business. See, white folks gonna be scared of you. Black folks ain't. They might be wrong for saying that, but it's how that's probably what it been. See, you don't go in there and destroy nobody's business. And that's what some people gotta learn. You don't mess with nobody's money or business or food or nothing is personal. If they running it right, they doing their job, they mind their own business, they taking it personal. They took it personal, but they were scared. They didn't want to do nothing. That's the difference. So I'm getting everybody, educating everybody. What they did out there in Cobb County, Georgia, in a white folks neighborhood, that's loud. That's how they do it. That's what they do. Because they scared. But if somebody black, Lord have mercy on their soul. And I wouldn't say nothing about it. I wouldn't. And they wouldn't. The only person would have probably been going to jail, probably been the black folks. Why? For beating the dog hell out of them. For coming to trying to destroy their damn property. And the same way for black on black. I don't take up for none of them. If they doing stuff like that, and you expected to go to some at a restaurant, and they tell you leave, that's the best thing to do, leave. Because you don't, it's gonna be all our brawl, and somebody gonna get hurt, and somebody end up probably dying. They won't be doing it like them. They won't be walking out. You know, why they gonna walk out for? Because they gonna be carried out. Subscribe to my channel, man. Give me a thumbs up on this place, on this video right here. All the way up, no sideways, but up. Hit that like button. Man, help your brother out. Peace.